By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The kicker, Chad Ryland, ready to get things started. And off we go from Glendale. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
In motion comes Lazard. They're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Don't jump. Ready?
Slot man in motion left. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Here we go. Do it. Right.
Throwing is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
What?
From the gun, it's Murray. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 81 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go. Easy. Go.
Fields. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down.
They face second down and 7. Give left side. Here comes Hall. Whoa. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. He'll go again with Hall. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Here we go.
They'll let the fullback try to push the pot. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. First down.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They put Wilson in motion. Right back to the fullback. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
They put Wilson in motion. A run here with Hall. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6?
Here we go, son.
It's first and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. And he's going to be close to first down yardage. The mark of a foot or two short. Now, here's second and goal. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. Second and goal.
Don't jump. Ready?
Reynolds is the motion man here. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration. And that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Now from a yard farther back, it's third and goal. He'll try to run with Hall. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's fourth and goal. On comes Greg Zuerlein to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Jets are on the board. It's 7-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Hey, shift. 2-2.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll find his rookie wideout from Texas.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
McBride is the motion man. Murray on third down. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Second and a yard. Working out of the gun, Murray. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Here we go.
In motion comes Lazard. Off the play action, here's Fields. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Cardinals have got it. Well, he certainly turned that into something. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
First down throw for Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by Michael Carter.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
Here we go.
Reynolds is the motion man here.
Right.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Comes Thomas Morstead. He'll punt for the second time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's first and 10.
Yeah. Sit. 2-2-1.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
What? 2-2-1.
They'll go again with Benson. He'll manage only a couple. Brandon Stevens there to bring him down.
Go on, Larry.
Second down and 8.
1-1. 1-1.
Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Open man down the field, it's Olave. A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's an Arizona first down.
1-1.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. That is caught at the 3. He is in. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Arizona. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they are unable to tack on the extra point.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. To return is Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Pistol snap back to Fields. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow react.
Here we go, sir. Jack.
Second down. It's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Budda Baker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw.
1-1. I know, sir.
On first down, Murray. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.